Hello students, this is Shweta Patil and I welcome you all to the video lecture on Management and Entrepreneurship for IT Industry. In this lecture, I will be explaining few topics of Module 4, that is preparation of project and ERP. Okay. So, moving to what is project, the meaning of the project. Project is a scientifically evolved work plan devised to achieve a specific objective within a specific period of time. Okay, it is some plan which I want to execute with respect to some objectives within a particular period of time. I have to complete this. It is an approval for capital investment to develop facilities to provide goods and services. It may also be defined as a project is the whole complex of activities involved in using resources to gain the benefits. Okay. So, this is what the project is, and how to identify the project comes as the first criteria, right. How to identify the project, that is project identification, right. So, project identification is considered or concerned with the collection of economic data, compiling, analyzing it to identify the possibility of investment to produce the goods or services for making profits. Project identification can come one on the following ways. How we can identify the project is by observation. We can identify the project by observation of the scarcity of the product in which all area I am lying or where I am present. Okay, presently where I am, that will give me an idea of what scarcity of product is, availability of the product, where what product is scarcity, and raw materials, availability of the raw materials, which raw materials are available in plenty. That may lead to get an idea of starting up with the project using those raw materials, or to develop the products which are few in number. That is by observation I can get an idea of the project. Then is trade and profession marketing. Trade and profession literature keeps a person in touch with the latest developments. Okay, by trade and professional marketing I can get an idea of a project. Then is bulletin and research institutions. Okay, so bulletins of some of the institutions, we are having different institutions. Bulletins of those institutions will provide some new ideas regarding the business opportunity. Then through government sources, how department publications of various departments of government, from department of government those can provide ideas to identify the new project, isn't it. So these ideas can also be collected, project ideas can also be collected from different sources, as knowledge of potential customer need, watching emerging trends, knowledge about government policies, incentives, etc., ideas by the concerned people, scope for substitute product, visiting trade fairs, exhibition, etc., observation of the market and similar products, competitor products, ideas given by friends, relatives, etc. From all these different sources, I can get to know the idea for a project, isn't it? Next is how to select the project. After identification comes the selection. Project selection will start where the project identification ends. So after identifying some projects, I will be identifying, they has to be analyzed, isn't it? I have to analyze them. So in order to analyze, one of the best tool available for analyzing is SWOT analysis or SCOT analysis. S indicates strength, W indicates weakness, C indicate constraints. SWOT or SCOT. S W or C. W is weakness. Okay. So O stands for opportunities, T stands for threats. So one of the best tool to analyze after identifying the project is SWOT analysis. Okay. So in order to in order to select the project, we have to consider the following things. Which all are the things? Technology. The technology which is required to develop that project. Okay, whether the technology is available within the limits or not, whether I can use the technology easily or not, that has to be identified. Then comes equipment. Okay, availability of the requirements, that is equipment requirements, is to be studied, whether that equipment is available within the area or not, and one of the best available equipment for my project has to be selected by an entrepreneur. Then is investment size. The study of investment required is to be made rationally and accurately, because that plays a very important role to start up with a business. Then comes location. I have to choose a particular suitable location for the project. I have selected a project. I have to select a project. How I have to select? I have identified the project, whether that project can be started within this location or not. Location has to be chosen. Depending on the location, I have to change the project, because it should be located, the project should be located in which condition, where all the resources and the raw materials are available. Any type of raw materials, any types of resources, everything, if they are available easily, then only I can select that type of project within that location. Then marketing. The product should be marketable. The product which I am starting up my business idea, that should be marketable. Okay, whichever is in demand within the society, that type of idea has to be selected. Okay, this is how I am going through the selection process. First I have to learn about the technology, then investment, then equipment, location, marketing, etc. Okay, so next is about project report. What is project report? Need and significance of the project report. So project report is a written document pertaining to any investment proposal. It is a written document which is pertaining to any of the investment proposals. The project report essentially serves two functions. What is the need or significance of the project report? Because the project report is serving the two things. What it serves? It serves as a roadmap, and it also serves to attract the investors and lenders. So it serves as a roadmap describing the direction of enterprise, its goals, and how to achieve them. Then it also serves to attract the investors and lenders. That's why the project report is very much essential. We need the project report. Why we need the project report is here. Okay. Then contents of the project report. What all is to be there within the project report? See, what all is to be there? General information regarding the project has to be there. It should contain, the report should contain every information regarding the company, product profile, details of the product, specifications of the products which I am using. Everything has to be provided within the project report. That comes under general information. Then it should contain information regarding the promoter, details of the promoter, which all include name, qualification, working experience, project related experience. Everything is promoter details are to be there. Then location, land and building, details of land and location. The third one is location. What location? Details as where, in what location I am starting up with my idea, that has to be provided. Land and building, details of what area of land is used for it, built-in area. Okay, type of construction used, what is the cost for it, which amount of plant layout I am having, detailed plan and estimate copy of the budget. Everything has to be there under land and building. Then comes a plant and machinery, details of machinery required, how many machines I need, what specifications of machines I need, what should be the capabilities, from where I am getting, that is suppliers details, what is the cost of the plant or machinery. Okay, what alternatives can I use if it's not working. Every details of plant and machinery has to be provided. Then capital requirement and cost, information about all items cost, what all I am using, all different items, so cost should be provided. It should be carefully collected and it should be presented. Then operational requirement and cost. Operational requirement and cost may include, operational requires may be fuel, power, raw materials, utilities, labor, repair, maintenance. All these cost for all these will be included as operational requirements cost. Okay, every details of these are to be provided within the project report. Then production process. I have to describe the way in which I am producing, that is production process. I have to provide a chart for it. Technically I have to know how and which alternate technology I have to use if this is not working, what all are the programs for production. Everything, every details of production process has to be provided within the report. Then about raw materials. List of raw materials which are required. What is the quality of raw materials, how much, that is in quantity, how many I need, all those. Then from where I am getting them, that is the sources from where the resources are, raw materials are available. Okay, alternative raw material if this is not available. Okay, then alternate suppliers, everything regarding raw material has to be presented within the report as the content. Then about manpower, every details of manpower, what type of skilled manpowers I need, how many semi skilled I need, how many just manpower who doesn't require any technical knowledge, how many I need. Okay, then what is the salary for those manpower, cost of training them, everything, every details of manpower has to be provided. Then about products, byproducts, product mix, quality and standards, etc., everything has to be provided under products. Then comes marketing, target users, distribution channels, selling price, trade practices, sales promotion and estimated sales are to be included within the market. Okay. Economic analysis, profits, return on investment, break even analysis, market share, exporting, etc., are to be included within economic analysis. Then working capital means what? The capital for working, source of working the capital, nature and extent of the availability of the facilities. Okay, everything has to be provided regarding working capital. Then requirement of funds, breakup of project cost in terms of land, building, machinery, miscellaneous aspects, preliminary expenses, working capital, everything has to be done and to be present within the contents of the project. So these all are to be included within the contents of the project, so that everyone who looks at will get a clear cut idea regarding this. Okay. Then some guidelines are issued by the planning commission from government. By planning commission we have some guidelines for project report. Okay. So what this is, Planning Commission of India issued some guidelines for preparing the realistic project reports. So some of the guidelines what they have given is general information, preliminary analysis of alternatives, project description, marketing plan, capital requirements and costs, financial analysis, economic analysis, miscellaneous aspects, all these are the guidelines. So let's look at one by one. First is general information. Okay, the report should deal with the description of type of industry, what type of industry we are having, the priority, okay, the performance in past years, what is the performance of that, how much is the increase in the production, okay, what sector, public sector it is lying, then what type of technology we are making use of, what is the fund we are putting on it, every information regarding that is nothing but general information, and guidelines include one of that. Okay, one of the guideline is to include the general information. Then comes preliminary analysis of alternatives. So details like gap between the demand and supply of the proposed products, okay, level of production attained, present projects, everything has to be provided. Then project description. So in project description what all is to be included? The feasibility report should provide description for technology process selected for the project. Okay, the report should contain details of different requirements as power, personnel, construction, land construction, details of plants and offices, etc., is to be coming under project description. Then fourth point is market plan. Details like marketing plan, demand, target price of the product, distribution methods, etc., are to be explained within the marketing plan. Then comes capital requirements and costs. Information regarding the capital requirement with breakup are to be provided, where which all cost is provided, has to be provided. Okay. Then comes operational requirements and costs. Operational requirements means the cost for fuel, power supply, repair, transport, salary given, etc., is to be provided. Financial analysis. It is an analysis to assess the financial viability of the project. Then comes economic analysis. So this analysis is to be made on social profitability, impact of the operation on foreign trade, direct costs and benefits, everything is to be included within economic analysis. Then comes miscellaneous aspects. Depending on the nature and size of the operation of a particular project, any relevant information which is very much necessary to be presented can be included under miscellaneous aspects. So this is all about the guidelines which are provided by the India. Planning Commission of India has provided some of the guidelines, and all these are as you have seen. The rest of the topics I will be explaining in the next video. Thank you.